Wait, what is it? Bonus video of the week? Yes. Well, to make up for missing my upload last Friday, I thought I'd share the bonus 40-ish minutes of the podcast that we recorded and didn't put out. Again, really, it's really unprofessional. So yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy an additional 40 minutes of myself, Darren, Mark and our special guest Tom from AATV chatting shit for a bit, really. Anyway, let's roll the clips.
Well, I've just came up with another topic.
Oh dear.
To help us relax, that might might actually help us wrap this up. Actually, Tom, being involved in the industry and having the knowledge that you have, and being very experienced in many things. That sounded wrong. Where do you see the industry going? And also, what is in the future for you? Or what would you like your future to be in this industry?
So, question one, where do I see it going? I don't know. I'm afraid at the moment. I'm afraid we're going to lose. We're going to lose our defence. Honestly, I'm afraid we're going to lose our defence. I think I see more and more people getting into airsoft who aren't in airsoft for the right reasons. They're not in airsoft for honour and camaraderie and for the very definition, which is the recreation of military and law enforcement scenarios for the purposes of recreation. Right? Then that's not what they want to do. What they want to do is shoot each other, shoot people, hurt people. I see more people wanting to hurt people. That's what they get off on. It disturbs me because that's not what I got into. This is going to turn into a rant. This is not what I got. This is not what I got into. And I think for me, I think the sport has got too accessible. It used to be when I started that there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, there were only forums, and it was very much airsoft was completely grey at that point. There was no laws, there was no VCRA, there was no Violent Crimes Policing Acts. So it just didn't exist. It was just a thing. So to know about airsoft, you pretty much had to be invited by someone who was already in airsoft. So you were vetted. So it was almost like, I know this guy who likes war movies and he's not a dick. He might be interested in this thing that I do.
Yeah, pretty much the same way we got involved in it. We were invited,
and that's how it worked. And so there was no problems with just getting rid of people because it wasn't that commercial. So site operators would just ban people. You're banned. Goodbye. It wasn't a commercial proposition, and things have changed now. It's much more. There's YouTube and videos and Facebook. It's also an old man rant, isn't it? But it's got, to me, it's almost got too accessible, and I think with that carries dangers because people coming into it for the wrong reasons are going to cause problems, and then that's all that and then there's going to be a knock-on effect, and we'll lose the defence, and it also will. Airsoft just won't be what it is meant to be. It'll be computer game, real life simulation. So sorry if that sounds a bit negative, but
no.
Generally, that's my opinion, and the people that I know who've played for a very long time. I'm on several little groups. We're all a bit and actually, we'd quite like airsoft to be banned off Facebook.
Maybe if
and go back to forums. And I know that sounds really traditionalist, but actually, I think that would be a really good thing to happen.
It would beat the censorship issues, wouldn't it? I mean, actually, one of the groups I'm involved in, Ben will know this because he's a member of the group. We've actually just recently gone back to Facebook after months and months of being only on Discord, which is basically just a forum, because we've had this is the fourth iteration of this group, and it's because it's been shut down that many times. So yeah, you wouldn't have to. If it was on things like Reddit, Discord, can't think of any more off the top of my head right now, but you wouldn't have to worry about constantly being shut down. You wouldn't have to worry about all the censorship issues. You wouldn't, again, like you say, because it's basically faceless. If there's somebody being a dick, you can go, bye, goodbye, thanks for coming, don't let the door at you.
It'd be absolutely brilliant if we could actually rein the sport in that is ours. If we could rein it in, close it off, like you say, take control of it a bit better, stop certain immature individuals spoiling it for people who are invested in it and mature enough to do the sport. It's kind. Why can't it be like actual sport shooting with clay pigeons, like shooting clubs? Why can't it be like that? I mean, a shooting club, as far as I know, is not got a trigger happy chav. you know, why can't we grab the reins a little bit more?
Money. So it used to be people used to run hobby businesses. So it wasn't their full-time job. So running your airsoft site or your airsoft shop wasn't your full-time job. It was something you did on a weekend to earn a bit of cash. As soon as commercial operators came in, it becomes a very different prospect. Two-tones were never meant to be an airsoft thing. Two-tones are meant for kids. Back on, or they're meant. It's a toy. It's to allow toys to exist. It was never meant to be an airsoft thing. Retailers very quickly realised they could make money by selling two-tone guns to people.
But it's like, to me,
Jimbo.
But to me, it's like what's the chore of actually doing the activity that you want to do in order to get can people just be a little bit patient?
Yeah, because if you actually want to play, I mean, like we did, if you actually want to play, we'd played 3 games within a month. But obviously, yes, okay, we had to stretch it out properly. But, we'd all got our Yukaras, within a few short months of actually playing, because we wanted realistic firearms. But yeah, it's just being patient. I mean, we didn't rush out and buy a load of two-tone because we couldn't wait. It was a case of, we've been a few times, we know we enjoy it, we'll rent, or or we borrowed off of other mates who've been doing it for a while, we can wait. And then as soon as we...
Hi, Jimbo here, checking out this great rifle.
This is it without the torch, without the electronic sight, just the handle. Plastic handle, but quite sturdy.
He says, "Yet this arrived bright orange." Yes, I know.
So maybe the first step is actually getting rid of two-tones.
Well, if I ran a site, they'd be banned.
There are a few sites who do ban two-tones, isn't there?
They're right. UCAP banned straight out.
They also ban AA12s.
There are ways around it. So if you look at what 6mm do, who's the hire company that Joe Skillings runs, they have really good high guns. They're well looked after. He does hire packages with good looking kit, and so you don't just hire a gun. You can get a chest rig and all your uniform, and you can get everything with it. And actually, most of his hires look better than most of the regulars at the sites. So if you go into one of his, and if you go to West Mids or one of the sites or Stormforce, two-tones just aren't there because what's on offer is really good. And so I think one of the things I would like to see in Airsoft is more of that. That's just, I look at what he's doing and I think that is fantastic. And rather than banning two-tones, he's just setting an example of how great, and he gets loads of people. He gets so many high gunners, more experienced players who want to try a different gun out. Just rent one of his, rather than wasting money. They'll go, okay, I'll try a Len 85 out for a game. I'll try an AK. I'll try an M16 out. Because he's got lots of really well maintained, lots of different models to choose from. So I think if you ask me what I'd like to see, more of that, please, because I think that's a great business.
That sounds brilliant.
It's fab. You have a look at his stuff. Have a look at his website. But he's got 8 different hire packages: Navy SEAL, SAS, all of this, and loads, and it's all associated around the weapon. But it's just fantastic. And honestly, it sets a level. It's great because it sets an aspiration for the player coming in. I want to look, because if that's your first experience, that's your first experience of playing is having this kit and looking like this and being in a military simulation because you look like you are. That sets an aspiration for that player rather than playing in jeans and hoodie and a two-tone.
It also gives you an idea if you like a particular rental package that he's offering. Once you've got your car and you've got some game or another valid defence, once you've got some games under your belt, you can go, right, I know exactly what I want.
Yeah, and it's only much less likely to, you can hire you a sniper rifle and you'll hate it and decide that you don't actually like it. and it's all good. And he hires out TMs, but his TMs only go to people with a Yukara. So and he hires them a lot, but he hires them to people he knows aren't going to break them, or if they do break them, they're not being negligent. They've just literally have fallen down a hill.
Or run up on 11 ones.
I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more sites not playing computer game scenarios, but I guess I know why they do it, because that's what people are expecting. Because I grew up watching war movies and reading books, and that's just not what the younger generation do anymore. It just doesn't work like that. That's not there. In terms of myself, it's I would like, it sounds quite. I would like to be the world's best informative YouTube channel. That's for Airsoft. That's what I want. That's my aspiration. That's what I want to do.
What we've heard from your mouth tonight, you know exactly where it should go, how to fix it. So you could be the Messiah.
That's definitely Ramsey.
This could be the second coming.
Airsoft Jesus.
But I think linking into what I've just said, that's the stuff that I want to talk about on the channel, and if that's what I believe in, then I should set that example myself, and talk about that. Talk about military service rifles. Talk about clones. Talk about you don't have to do an impression kit when it's really expensive, but when I use this rifle, I'm going to wear this uniform because it's about right and stuff like that. And talk about the defence. And so, there's some episodes. I also want to improve my reviews. I want to get really quite technical with them, but that relies on partners that are happy to let me do that. If I'm taking guns apart, but then, so, going forward, that will be one of the conditions of me doing a gun review will be, well, it's going to end up in bits.
Yeah, that's something I want to do as well. Well, I have done with my 2 that I've done so far, but if anyone ever says, do you want to review a thing, I'm going to say, well, if it's a lemon, I'm going to call it a lemon, and I want to take it apart, because I always look at the...
There is a difficult... So as soon as you say there's a lemon on air, no one's going to lend you a gun, but that's just something you'll have to...
You have to worry about.
So I guess the thing is, if you're reviewing something and it is bad, the way I'd approach it is I'd go back to them and go, hey, it's not living up to what I think it should be. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, and so you can give them there's things where you can if it's just flat out, it's about you can talk to whoever you're dealing with and say, look, I've reviewed this. This is what I think. What are your comments?
Yeah.
If they're paying, and so what I don't want to be doing is I don't want to be financially. I don't need the money, so I don't need to be paid to be an influencer. I don't need. It's not. We are my family. We're financially secure. It's not a problem. So I don't. That's not really. So earning lots of money isn't a driver. But I'm an engineer, right? So I was trained as an engineer. I worked as a product designer for years. And being honest was driven into me from. I remember my first materials lecture at university. I went in. I remember Dr. Thompson, and he sat there and he says, if you're not honest, people will die. If you don't know something and don't put your hand up and say, I don't know that, people will die. And I almost take that, and I've always taken that to heart. You've got to be honest, because as soon as you start bullshitting, maybe not people die, but people will feel ripped off. People's gun, they'll be upset with you. And I'll tell you one example, and this really struck me. I was at the Pilgrim Bandits game this year, and I was on one of the little Humber, and I was on a little fort, and we're just watching out for bad guys, and the guy sat next to me. He said, all right, you're Tom from... I was, yeah. I watched I bought that Fleur Breach thermal off the back of your review. That was a £4,000 thermal sight off the back of my review, and you're like, okay, okay, right. I always have been honest, but I really am. So that's what I want to be. I want to be, within the limits of. Airsoft media is a funny old world. Within the limits of what I can do, I want to be as honest as I possibly can be. I think and be true, and that's really important to me, and always has been. That's my my moral system is very much honesty and humility and all that kind of stuff.
That's a brilliant answer.
I want to do it better, and I want to be the best at what I do, because that's what drives me, not anything else.
I guess that's why we're all here. We're all here because we like making Airsoft content.
Absolutely brilliant channel, and the content you put out is informative. And it's light as well. It's digestible as well. So even a noob could go on it and learn. You're doing well, and I think you will actually achieve what you're setting out to do, if I'm absolutely honest. Especially with the way it's going for you.
I do want to do some more noob-friendly stuff. We want to do haven't quite got the name yet, maybe call it Airsoft Academy or something, but doing a series for people that want to get into Airsoft. And it goes back to that conversation and talking about doing it right. And talking about, but literally from which Airsoft site do I go to? How do I choose an Airsoft site? What should I wear? Everything. Because it's very easy for me. I've been playing 20 years. It's very easy for me to assume everything. Because this just so I just know this stuff. Where does the magazine go? But I take people out, and you get questions. Where does the magazine go in? And they're putting the magazines in the wrong way around, and they're not, and they don't know where the mag release is.
And how to set your hop.
I want to do that at such a basic level. Try and make it informative and entertaining and everything else.
I think that's what's needed. I do. I think that's a smashing idea. I really do.
More folk teaching as opposed to just going, oh, that's it. See you in a bit.
Well, I used to coach triathlon, so I've got all the coaching qualifications. So it's using that coaching technique in stuff like this. But as simple as we'll get an AR, an AK, and a G36, and we'll go. These are the three most common hire packages. This is how to use them, because I've seen so many people going, here's a gun, and they go out in the airsoft field and they're like,
One thing with high guns is they never show them how to set the hop, and they always go out and they're always either over hopping or under hopping, and they're having a crap time with it.
Yeah, it's usually, this is the gun you're using, this is where the mag goes, see you in a bit.
They probably don't. I guess they don't really. I remember being at a site a long time ago, and they were just told not to fiddle with anything because they don't want to break it, because they don't want them breaking it, and I kind of understand that. But it's about what it's just. But then talking about, but I could go on for ages. But aiming, taking shots, talking about the expectations. You probably won't hit anybody. Don't worry about it. It's simple as that.
Go out and have fun. Yeah.
That's why I barely put up any gameplay footage. One, you barely hit anyone, and two, it's a bollock to edit.
Me and Tom are both looking at Ben's shirt going,
Yes, okay.
Because gameplay footage is a pain in the arse. I always find the best games I play are when I don't take my cameras with me.
I don't. I do it, but I only do it like when I came up to skirmish, and when I went to extreme, and when I went to Project X. That's when I do it. But it's not. It's there just to show, just a bit of a showcase. It's not there for, and it's a nightmare because you literally get 4 hours of footage and you use 15 seconds. And I don't play that. I don't play that aggressively. I'm not that an aggressive player. So my footage is mainly me hiding, taking pot shots at someone 40 meters away because my guns work. It's really not the most exciting thing. The footage I got from Extreme Airsoft was better because I was running around chasing Will Greenwood.
Yeah, I mean, you may notice the gameplay footage that I've put up if you've watched it. It's only the times when I'm actually close engaging or I'm actually shooting at somebody, and I leave me getting hit in as well.
Up until recently, the only gameplay footage. Up until recently, the only gameplay footage I've ever edited is where something funny has happened. Like, I think there's one up there called Gamble's Arse, where he's trying to crawl along a bridge, and my mate goes to throw a pyro across the bridge, and instead just lands it square in his butt cheeks.
Nice. I think the last gameplay video that I put up, I think I got about 5 kills the entire day, and the rest of it was just me going hit. So at the end result was basically me making a montage of taking my hits, and I thought that was more funny and more entertaining than watching.
Yeah, it's the same as me. I mean, a lot of them is, you see me taking the shots. I don't have any of this Call of Duty crosshairs shite up either. But you see me taking a hit and going, Ben's like, but you see me take the shot and then you'll hear me say hit, and most of my footage is me actually legging it.
So I will admit that some of my older stuff had crosshair markers on, but most of it came from making publicity material to appeal to uni students to join our society.
You've got. I see where you're going with that, Ben. You really do need to find what you're good at in Airsoft and YouTube. I'm shit at everything,
except for editing.
Editing, yeah. That's the reason why we do parodies, because I hate doing gameplay, I hate doing reviews and everything else. So, yeah, the earlier stuff I cannot bear watching.
The main reason I got into doing Airsoft gameplay is because I wanted to build my own scope cam because I thought all the scope cams on the market were a rip-off. Then it all went from there. And then I had a spare scope cam because I bought a new one because I wanted to see if I could get a slow-mo one. And I found out that having a selfie cam actually really helps in editing because you can use it to cut between massive amounts of time without you noticing. And then it kind of went from there.
Yeah, you just cut back.
And the only reason I actually include gameplay in mine is because I've been trying to make my channel, an all-rounder. So it's got a bit of everything to do with Airsoft in it. So there's gear, there's guns, there's tactics, there's sights, there's full-on reviews, there's tech tips, there's scratch builds, and some gameplay in there as well. So it's something for everyone who's interested in Airsoft, ideally.
Yeah, and I think what we don't have in Airsoft is people showing genuine gameplay. Like, everyone is sensationalising their gameplay, being like, "Oh, I got 100 kills! Look at this cheater I lit up!" Which is why I made the I Suck video.
Which is why mine are only titled what date and where we played. Because we played here on this day. This is basically a montage of me getting hit, then running for my life.
And that's something I can address in this series, is this stuff you see is not what's going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You are not going to do this massive kill streak. You're not going to go running around, blazing around like some dev crew dude. It's just not going to happen. Just enjoy yourself and set the tone properly.
Do you want to know what I'd like to see? And I think you're the man to make it happen, Tom. Is with this Airsoft Academy thing, you can possibly make it a reality TV show, have contestants and vote them out each week.
Oh my god, can we do a celebrity special where we get like Novrich, we get Cam Man, Gun Gamers, not Gun Gamers, House Gamers, get all of them in, and then we just...
Mustang, you engaged far too closely with your weapon that you are up for elimination this week.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. I'd watch that.
By firing squad.
Yeah, but then when they get eliminated, they just get shot with a real steel version of the rifle they're using. Done.
Little bit brutal.
I'd love to see a channel that, like what you've suggested, Tom, an Airsoft Academy, get the right information out so people don't go into the sport with some sort of false image in their mind that they're constantly seeing from people like Mustang or Novrich. And
yeah, all the glamour side of it.
Matt the Musketeer, he was a bastard for it. Because he'd break in and you'd think, oh my god, that guy's an operator, I want to do that. And it's not like that. Not at all.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. You can be made to look amazing in edits. That's it. You can fix it in post, they say.
It's a pain in the arse.
See, all I wanted to do was,
dick about on YouTube.
Like to finding what you enjoy and what you're good at, and reviews and the same old gameplay stuff. It just didn't appeal, so I decided to take the piss out of Airsoft.
And we need that. We need to have the kind of Airsoft celebrities, the influencers, kept in check. Because...
Get back in your corners.
Because, unfortunately, most of the Airsoft players now, or at least the new Airsoft players, are coming in because they've seen people like Novrich on YouTube.
Yeah, and they're seeing all the glamour side of Airsoft, and they think, oh, I'd love me a bit of that, and then they get there, and they, if they go do a milsim, because they've been watching Jet, and they get there, and then they're sat on their arse for 2 hours doing zip, and they go, oh, well, this is a bit shit, really.
You get a million snipers with a well £70 sniper rifle.
Hey!
It's not that the game's going to be terrible. The game's going to be terrible. That they're not going to enjoy themselves. It's just a bad idea, and it's just like...
Right, I see someone on Facebook asking, oh, I'm thinking about getting a sniper as my first gun. It's just like, don't just go buy an M4 and actually have an AEG. Or if you're really dead set on getting the sniper rifle, buy an M4 as well. So when you have a crap time, you can switch to the M4 and go rush.
Yeah, I actually commented on one of those exact posts, because it's the summer holidays, the other day. I want to buy a sniper rifle for my first gun. Now, I just started my post with, I'd suggest buying, an AK, a G36 or an M4 as your first gun, but if you absolutely have to buy a sniper rifle, don't spend massive mega bucks on one straight away, because you might not enjoy it. Buy something a bit cheaper, it's decent out the box, and then if you don't enjoy it, you've not spent a fortune.
Yeah, or if you're really dead set and you have the money to spare, buy an SSG or buy an SRX.
Yeah. If you've got mummy and daddy's credit card details, yeah.
Well, there's plenty of people with quite a bit of disposable income. So if you're not talking about some 14-year-old, you're talking about people who are coming in with decent disposable income. Airsoft is not expensive compared to a lot of hobbies.
Airsoft's only as expensive as you make it.
Yeah. Totally not considering buying spaffing 600 quid on a real suit site for the SLR.
I should see what this M653 is going to end up costing me. Jesus.
It's
just a fair some money, I'm afraid. It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to look lovely, and it's going to be period correct.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely. Yeah, well, I'm going to need to acquire an old. That's going to cost more than the rest of the gun. If I can acquire an old Type 1 AR stock, collapsible stock, the aluminium ones with the coating, that would be great. And then the castle nut won't be right, but I was looking on the Brownells website, and I was trying to find if they do the retro castle nut, but they don't. So I might try and find one of those somewhere. Other than that, it'll be pretty bang on.
Brilliant. Right, well, we're going to wrap up then. Unfortunately, Mark's still alive, but we're going to end it anyway. Oh, well, that's fixed. Right. So, first of all, a massive thank you to Tom for coming on and putting up with us for 2 hours.
Stop it.
Not worthy.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Yes, as we've discovered through this episode, he is in fact Airsoft Jesus, and will be leading us to the promised land. So, if you aren't already subscribed, there should be links appearing somewhere. Subscribe to AATV. It is one of the best, if not the best, factual airsoft channel going at the moment, and hopefully it shall grow massively and reach the peak of airsoft influencer.
Oh God.
Airsoft content creator / informer, because the information he gives out is great. Although 9mm DMR, I'm not sold on that idea. And if you're still watching, thank you very much for sitting through what must be hours and hours of crap.
Of which about 20 minutes are usable.
Yes, and probably Mark's camera's turned off in the first 3 seconds, so...
Mine's fine, it's been running the whole time this time.
Tom, thank you once again for indulging me. Sorry for the obsessive verbal diarrhea, but you kind of knew that was coming.
It's been great.
For my people on my channel, make sure you subscribe to Thin Brown Line. Make sure you subscribe to the English Kiwi. Link in the description below. And obviously our special guest, Tom, for AA. And make sure you subscribe to his channel in the link below. And make sure you hit his bell so you get the notification.
And for my channel as well then, yeah, thanks for sticking with us this long and flag problems and stuff. Don't forget to subscribe to Ben, English Kiwi, Darren, Sons of Adrenaline Airsoft, and our special guest, the first one that actually could connect to us this time, Ben from AATV.
Ben?
You're not Ben, you're Tom. Tom from... I can't even get the own channels right. Tom.
Get a grip, man.
From AATV, shut up, Darren. Fantastic channel, very informative, lots of different airsoft riffs on there, lots of gear.